Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Yeah, we got Bill O'Reilly on?
Yeah, we do. Let's go to the great Bill O'Reilly. And Bill, fill us in.
Hey, how you guys doing? I thought Margot, that picture was taken yesterday.
Yeah. I tell you, she hasn't changed much.
She hasn't.
Oh, am I getting points here?
Absolutely. Margot loves you.
Margot is
It's
beautiful
good
as
Polish genes. She's Polish too, so it's good Polish genes.
I saw that picture and went, yeah, it's just Margot. I had dinner with her 3 weeks ago. Come on, what's the deal?
Exactly, I did too. But don't you love that story, Bill? It's so, but it just shows the Trump derangement.
Listen, I'm writing a message of the day for BillO'Reilly.com, even as we speak. I mean, I'm paying attention to you guys, but I just started the message. And it's just inconceivable. And let me give you a very vivid example. The people who showed up on Thursday for the Obama Library in Chicago, the celebrities who showed up, Bono, Springsteen, you name it, right? Oprah. Right? I don't know any conservative traditional people who want to hurt those people. Do you guys know anybody who wants to hurt them?
Absolutely not.
They showed up to entertain at a former president's library opening? Yet, if you did that to Trump and you showed up at anything that he wants, you're blackballed by the left. You're put on a list, the no-fly zone, I call it. You can't hire that person, can't talk to that person, can't be around them. And if they have children, you have to mock their children. And I'm saying to myself, do Americans, they don't see this, that there's one side, and they're passionate people, conservatives are passionate, obviously, who will say, hey, we know what this country's about. We have a variety of opinions. And then you have another side that say, no, we don't want that kind of a country. We want to hurt people with whom we disagree. And it's so clear to me that none of these celebrities will get harmed in any way, and nor should they, that show up to the Obama opening. Yet Trump can't even get 3 guys to come out for a wrestling thing because people are afraid to get on the list.
You know what I thought of, Bill? The America 250. Because remember, there were all these performers that were scheduled, and that's celebrating America. And then a lot of them backed out because clearly they got some pressure from somebody.
Well, I think that was partly, Rita, because Trump was threatening to dunk them in that little pool they had that's polluted.
The blue or the green pool? Which part of it?
Nobody wanted to do that. So,
the dunking pool.
No, that's the point. That if you show up to a 250 event or anything that has to do with Trump, somebody's going to try to hurt you. And it's very clear to me that the progressive movement has now adopted hate as a tactic, where the conservatives can get hateful. You got to be honest; they absolutely can, but it's not in their party platform.
Yeah, it's very frightening. And also, Bill, tomorrow night, obviously, is a big election that's taking place in New York, the primaries. And you've got some very extreme candidates that are in there that are anti-everything.
Tomorrow is going to decide which way our state is going.
And maybe the country, eventually.
The state at least. The country is going to be a lot harder. But the state, because if he gets 3 out of 3, AOC might beat Schumer.
Yeah, exactly. AOC, it's going to embolden her.
I think AOC could beat Schumer now. Not only she needs any help to beat him. Their organization, the Democratic organization, is very, very powerful in New York State. And they know where the votes are. We're not as bad as California. California is just flat out corrupt with the vote bundling, with buying in the votes. That is the worst right there. New York's not far behind. And so if they want AOC, and why wouldn't they? Okay. Schumer is long past his prime. I mean, the man can't even speak without reading it off a paper. He can't even speak. He's got the glasses on the head. He's got his head down in the script, and he's reading all kinds of stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. It reminds me of Biden and Schumer does. I've known him forever, but he's not a force in the Democratic Party, even though he's the Senate Minority Leader. Nobody listens to him. And then AOC's got the glamour, and that means a lot in New York City.
Yeah, glamour, energy, and also the crowds, too. I mean, look at some of the events that she's done and Bernie Sanders. They pack it in.
That's because they've created a machine.
Absolute star.
The Democratic Socialists.
Underestimating her is living in a false world. I will say this. She is a fellow Boston University Terrier. All right. She graduated from there. So did I with broadcast journalism masters. I know for a fact, because I've watched her fairly closely, that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't know much. There's a song, Don't Know Much About History. I think she's going to recut that song. She'll probably have Springsteen in the background singing it with her. Maybe Robert De Niro up top. She doesn't know much. But that doesn't matter in politics these days. What you know can actually hurt you. Schumer knows a lot, but Schumer is now just devolved into this kind of mannequin that spouts the progressive stuff that is handed to him.
Yeah, that's frightening. By the way, Bill, what are your thoughts about Iran, too? Fill us in on how do you think President Trump is handling where things are headed, and also J.D. Vance?
Well, I don't know about J.D. because he's probably a messenger guy. I mean, he's not making policy. I'm a little more optimistic today than I was over the weekend that something good will happen for America. And the reason is that I know this to be true. There are only two options left for President Trump. Two. They either let the weapons inspectors in to look at the uranium, or he is going to bomb them in a way that is ferocious. There's no other ground, none. He's got to do one or the other. And I'm betting that the mullahs know that, and that they will sign a paper that says they'll allow weapons inspectors in. Now, whether they do, whether they play hide the mole or, okay, that's down the road. But I think for the first time I'm seeing that this whole thing is being cut down to one or the other. And I hope everybody will read my column on BillO'Reilly.com because I spell it out for you. A lot of propaganda going on here. But that's the truth. President Trump has two options, and his legacy depends on winning. He has to win this.
By the way, I agree, Bill. When I hear inspectors back in, I go back to our early days together at Fox, where there was so much of this. They kind of let him in. They didn't really let him in. I'm talking about a different president, but this is games by the Iranians, and thank God President Trump's there. But I'm so leery of anything with them, and I'm leery about money going to them in any shape or form, no matter who's giving it.
Can't stop it, Rita.
No, I know, and that's the sad thing. They're getting money from oil right now.
Yeah, can't stop it. Have to accept it. Is it worth Iran being monitored for nuclear activity, nuclear weapons? I say yes.
Yeah, I do too, if they'll indeed allow it.
Right, but if they don't, then there's going to be military action and hard action. So the Pentagon war gamers have already drawn it up. They know, I found this out today, what kind of bombs they're going to drop and where they're going to bomb them. That's already in motion. So the mullahs know it too because Vance is telling them that. You got two choices, all right? Either let the weapons inspectors in, or we're just, I'm not going to use an obscenity that President Trump would use.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. And the mullahs believe him. Right. This isn't like, some kind of bluff now. We're way beyond the bluff stage. And the other tell is that all the tankers are getting through Hormuz now.
Yep.
And that is an enormous boost for the United States and for the world as commerce will come back. If you look at the price of oil, before this all started, it's about $64 a barrel. I think when the market closed today, it was 72. Now, what President Trump has to do is tell the American oil companies, you better stop gouging, you better start dropping this at retail level. And if he does that, they will, because he can hurt them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bill, by the way, we have Vito Fossella with us, Staten Island Borough President.
Bill, going back to your original point about the intolerance, if you will, on the left and wanting to do harm. If you remember, we all remember the Supreme Court justices whose homes were being terrorized because they, exercised their right and their opinion.
They try to kill Kavanaugh.
So it's like taking to an extreme from those who claim to be tolerant, and yet they're just beyond that. And to the point here with Iran is the same folks who want to see the U.S. fail because the president happens to be President Trump. And I don't know, is there any way to get back to a day when, even though you disagree with the president of the United States, you want to see that country, our own country, fail? I mean, there's good and evil in the world.
It's going to take a long time, Vito. Yeah. Going to take a different kind of leader, a younger leader, who's going to have to appeal to Americans to knock it off and say, look, if you don't, this is a cliche, but really it's true. I've been to 86 countries, most of whom were relieved when I left.
Did they pay you to leave or no?
Well, there was some negotiation. If you don't like this country the way it is, not to say it can't be improved, and my new book is Confronting America, What Has to Change. And we do have to improve. But if you're really down at your core, cannot accept the two-party system, cannot accept another point of view, go to the Bahamas.
Yeah, absolutely. It's right. I mean, look, it's a great country.
Right. With the World Cup now, a lot of people know more about geography than they used to. Ivory Coast would love to have you if you have more than 35 cents. But if the media has driven this to the extent where it is okay to be a hater now, and it wasn't okay 10 years ago. Now it's okay. That's the difference.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous place to be, no doubt. I think it's really, as we've seen all the threats against the president, too, which is really bad. Bill, thank you very much. We always love your perspective, Bill, and let's pray for unity at some point. That's my prayer. We'll see, though.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys.